Yo, it's been Stick coming at you with the next part of the Watch Me Build Fantastic Four. Straight off the bat, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone. I really appreciate the feedback I've had, and I only posted that video a few days ago, and I've had a lot of comments, a lot of feedback about it, how you guys really enjoy it. So thank you, I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to be proactive with my comments. You know, working full time, having a child and other responsibilities, and then trying to do this as well, it's difficult. It's difficult, but I'm trying. So I really do appreciate everyone's input on that. Last time we simply just worked on Mr. Fantastic. We had run some ideas through The Thing, Invisible Woman, and I mentioned the elongated version of Mr. Fantastic, which we will come over later. We still need to super glue Human Torch's arm back on, and the reason I haven't done that is because I don't have an open super glue. My last one this is my last one I opened. I'm not too sure if it's going to work or not, and I don't want to waste opening another one until I'm ready to glue stuff, because it seems to go bad quick. So that's why I haven't done anything just yet. So we're just going to jump straight back in where we left off. Last time we added thigh articulation, and we got these Toy Biz Mr. Fantastic thighs, and we need to decide about if we're going to keep them like this, trim them down. But as you see, they both work really well. So that's really great. So what we can do is basically trim the sculpt down a bit here, maybe add some putty at the back here, try and help with that. There shouldn't be much sculpt work involved in this one, in all seriousness. But we'll see how we go on. Alright, now, thing I've explained to Racer, we're just going to get rid of him for now. And we're going to put him to one side also. Right. So we need to Dremel it inside his head and see if we can get it to fit on this big ball here, and then we will work on the Invisible Woman. And it is 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go work shortly, so this is only going to be a small video, and it is absolutely freezing in here. I've got my little heat going, but it's doing nothing. I can see my breath. So if you see some breath come across, now you'll know why. Right. Let's get a cracking onto the next stage of this. What Dremel bit do I want to do? And how? I think it will sit the right height. I think it's just a matter of getting that ball in there. So I don't think I want to do that. I think I might just try and widen it with this. Oh, I also put some WD-40 in this, and look, yay, it works. As pliers should. Right, safety goggles. Get you out of the way. Let's just see what we can do with this head. Alright. Get the knife. Squidgy. Alright, that's a bit higher, but is it enough? I think you might need to go a bit deeper. Right. Let's put that back on. We'll go back to the head. I'm trying to keep these video details down a bit, so when I'm just like changing heads now, I'm cutting it out, just so you know. You're not missing anything. Alright. I think I'm going to heat that up and see if it'll pop on. a bit difficult. Right. We need to go deeper. Slight interruption. Had to let the dog out. It's fucking freezing out there. Right. Oh, so cold. Don't feel like you can feel any extremities. In case you can hear people talking, it is the school run right now, so some mum's outside showing her now. It's fairly common, I've told you guys before, I do live opposite a school, so school runs are always fun and noisy. Oh yeah, that was good. Bit of wiggle in there as well, just let it cool down. Happy with that. Right, what do we need to cut off here? So basically that. Basically that. Maybe a smidge there. Okay. These feet, really struggled with them when they were on this body, but now they're on this body, I'm not having any issues at all. That's interesting to me. Right. That actually might work. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's not working. Okay. I'm hoping I might be able to keep these. Actually, we'll cross that bridge a minute. Let's reassemble the shoulders. All right. Which means we need subpectoral. If you can all come out a notch, and we'll sculpt it down because I really want these arms flat. I need tissue. Back in a second. Okay, we're recording? Yeah, we're recording. Perfect. Now, I've got some kitchen roll. So I don't know if this super glue is actually still working or whatnot. Haven't used it in a while, but we will have a play. Let's see if we can just get all this muck and stuff. Let's get it down here, out of the way. And I'll deal with that later. Because like an idiot, I moved the room around, and the bin used to literally be just there, so I noticed I swept most of it off just there, went straight to the bin. But now, for some reason, I put the bin over the side of the room, so can't do that. Didn't really think this through. Let's get a bin. Alright, let's go back to the hands for a minute, because I've got a plan with the hands. I do indeed. I think we're going to salvage them if we can, and hopefully it'll be a bit simpler than the X-Girls, because they were a nightmare. No, they weren't bad. First thing we got to do is break apart from the restraints of life. Wow, that's bendy. Hopefully this will just pop right out. Yeah, we both know it won't do that because okay, it did exactly that. It popped right out. Wow, that never happened. We need this. Alright, let's see. Sorry, hand. Yeah, it seems perfect. What do you reckon? I can't even see if you can see that. The sun is really annoying. I need like a curtain or something. Hopefully it's not too bright. Alright, so width doesn't seem that bad. How much wider is it? Alright, so it's nearly double the width. Okay. But then we're going to have that as a bit of a problem. That's a very loose hole. Alright, so option A is we cut it off here and we cut this off right, let me get a knife, right here, so it's just a bit still there. We glue that onto that and then attach that. That should work, but that's a very weak joint and I don't think it would last long, and I think it might be a bit chunky. Option 2 is we stick to what we're currently doing, but we need to figure out a way to widen that peg. So we could do that with pie. Doesn't always work in joints. In fact, I've had very bad experience with it. That might work. Right. Right. Okay. So I could superheat this up, force that through there with that in between. So all then I need to do really is just widen the gap a bit. Or option 3 is we basically do a simple cut here, glue this onto there. Simplest, but need to putty it and then smooth it all out. And it might still look a bit elongated. Let's try that, but use this as the peg instead of... So rude, I was talking and just stopped recording. Almost like it thinks I'm boring. Hopefully it doesn't think I'm boring. Yeah, okay, so what I was saying, let's use this. Let's try this out. But I think get a clean one, because that's full of gunk and whatnot. Oh, look, heat that'll be fine. Question is, should I cut it or should I just stretch it? If I stretch it, it might give me a tighter fit because it's a bit loose in the peg right now. We will stretch it. We have made the decision to stretch it. And then we need to just deepen it. Just clean the blade a bit. Yeah, I'd say a success. Crikey, can you guys even see that? Damn son. It's been a gloomy day, all morning. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to do some recording. And it's like, alright, well, let's get down and block you. How irritating. Yeah. Bit of glue there. Bob's your uncle. And because it's thicker, it's nice and tweet. Tweet like a tiger. That's rubbish. Actually, I might just be able to force my way and just go. do have to come off in a minute. So I have to go to work. I know, boring, but gotta pay them bills. I can't twist that. Alright, they're basically ready for some super glue, and then they're good to go, and we've got hands done for him. Boom! Hands done! Alright, I think next time we will open the glue and we will glue stuff on. The only thing I was contemplating taking off of this guy is the force, so I might cut that off quickly and then call it a day. That's one less thing to sculpt. Now I'm taking obviously a lot of shortcuts here by stealing his legs and his chest and the hands from that. But if you guys wanted a simplified version of Mr. Fantastic, you could very simply get this figure and just do a head sculpt on it, and then you basically just do a paint job and you'll be good to go. Or you could sculpt on the bobby bits from the legs, maybe something around the feet, and the gloves, and you're good to go. It's entirely up to you, basically, whatever you want to do for your figure. This one I only take advantage just because I have these figures and I didn't like the standard one that comes with it. But just an idea. I mean, you don't have to use Mr. Fantastic, you could just use like an Iron Fist or you know, a pizza eating Spider-Man. Just one of these base molds really, and just do exactly what I just said for him there, just paint or do a bit of sculpt. Like I said, I'm taking a shortcut though, because I have these. I say it's a shortcut, I'm kind of making more work for myself, but to get the ultimate look. So it's actually not a shortcut, it's a long cut. Alright, anyway guys, I really got to call it for now, because I have to go and get ready for work, and I've got to leave in the next half an hour. So I apologise for that. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying as it's coming. I might try and see if I can come back and do another bit later on this afternoon. We shall see. And you'll probably get that like in the next 5 seconds, me saying, hey, I am back. But I doubt it, because I don't finish till quite late. Okay, so we are back in the same day. And of course the dog wants to now walk around. Yes, so I finished work. It's been a long day. But we're going to try and squeeze at least another half hour to an hour in this video today. So, yay! Alright, let's get cracking. Let's get the old super gluey open. So this is a new tube. Oh, it's not warm in here. You know, for those of you who are not aware, conservatories in winter are not warm. Yeah, I know, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Right. Right. It's a little bit goopy. We might actually warm this for a bit. Okay. Let's see if we can get the glue underneath it. Right, just want a little bit of elasticity to that, so I can play with it a smidge. There we go. Alright. Okay. Right, that's pretty good. So you see glue here, glue there, shimming it down. So hopefully the glue got into it. And if you just go on the one side, that should hopefully be enough. But while that's drying, let's have a play this one. I think we'll glue it and then cut it. Right, we will let that dry for a moment.
A few moments later.
Right, see how it's doing. That's good. Extra bit glued too, but also looks good. Okay, so let's see if we can put the lid on this thing. So a lot of you wondering why I'm probably sawing it instead of cutting it, because this plastic just can be a bit brittle, and in my experience, going at it with a pair of pliers saying tends to make it fracture and shatter, so I'm trying to avoid that. Ta-da! Very happy with that. That's very natural as well. Huh. Right. Okay. That's a... Good thing I got a spare. We'll just borrow this one. glue in here. Alright, while that's drying, take that. Let's reattach this. So while it's off, I'll show you. So if you see, basically, that is, see this bit here? Is literally this part just here. Just literally from there to there is there to there. Cut across the lower part of the knee, and yeah, boom, glued on. I think for this arm I included a bit of the lower knee, because you see there's a little bit there, but it's not needed. Right, I want to make a bit more of a rough surface, so it will adhere. Can't think of the term now. So we'll stick that. In short. Probably about the best I can do. So it doesn't feel perfectly level. Let me sound that down a bit more. There you go, line the seams up with the elbow, or the armpit rather, and boom. It's not perfect, but it's a nice way to get a bit of bend in there instead of having them rigid arms. I'm really annoyed at myself for cutting away the waist articulation. I'm half tempted to split it open and see if there's anything I can do about putting it back in there. I wouldn't be able to obviously fix what I've done, but I might be able to add something. But I'd have to basically disconnect here, and then here, and then... Let's have a look, we can always just glue it back together. It should come off relatively simple. Well, actually, look, it's there. And nothing does not want to stay, does it? Let's get rid of that. Get rid of the glue. Got to go in a minute. Might be able to come back up. Boom. And of course I've dropped the incredibly small bit. Okay, I gotta go pick Hazel up from work. I'm gonna try and come back to this in a bit. Hopefully I will be able to find the missing part, which has just now gone around about. Typical, isn't it? Alright, bear with me, back in a bit. Alright, good news people. I picked Hazel up and look what she found. Really annoying, she found it literally, I looked quickly, couldn't see it, and she went there. Right on the floor, right in front of me. It was just camouflaged onto the floor lining, the wooden flooring. Right, I think we're done with that. Let's do that for now. Alright. Oh, it's annoying but at the same time really good news. Right, let's try this again. I have to like try and glue this down or something. Okay, so coming from tech, we need to get rid of the flat bit. So the bit I want to keep and the bit I don't want to keep. I am not winning with things today. Alright, let's try this again. I have to hold on to this somehow. This is crazy. Normally these things bend like no tomorrow. But no, because of course I actually wanted to do it. There we go. Should have done that in the first place. Yeah. Perfectamundo. Alright. Now, this we're going to put in here. So we just need to kind of get this to go all the way through. Whoops. Doesn't matter if it's crooked, it shouldn't matter. Perfect. Alright, so we have some pin in there. Okay, now are you actually kidding me? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. That's twice now that it's fallen, and twice Hazel has found it because I couldn't see it. Right. Alright, let's see if that does anything dramatic. And we'll leave that like that. Right, let's try this again. It scared me, that popped out there. So, oh no, what have I broken? Okay, yeah. So those that were under and earlier, so this is the inside. I think this one was just a standard normal arm, which had the launcher, and that one had a big old spring mechanism here, which I pulled out of the guts. Put some glue around the edges to give it a bit of thickness, just so it has something to stick to and something to help it not be so loose. I think I'm going to redo that. Good old trick of mine, a bit of glue in the joints to help them along the way. Right, okay. So, let's get rid of these. How's this doing? Crap. Okay. So that's about the extent I can do with him until that all proper hard dries, which will probably be tomorrow. This all needs to dry also, so won't be doing any more with this either. Is that leaking? Right, so let's get all that over out of the way. Alright, what can we do? Let's get Invisible Woman out of the way. So we've had a change of heart. Not going to use Jewel. I'm going to use this one because I'm going to do basically what I did on Miss Fantastic for her. So it doesn't matter that she's got 2 left feet. Plus, someone actually wants to trade this for me, so there's no point in me ruining a Jewel. But we do have a slight problem. It's super duper loose. So I'll probably need to. I think it sits a bit too high as well, so I'm going to sand that a little bit, get that to go down. Not massively, just a notch. And also, don't think I can get it to pop off like that, so we'll just do a quick snip in. Why am I so butterfingery today? I think it's safe this blade is blunt. Falling on the floor like every freaking thing else today. Right, anyway, I was going to say, there was some tissue in there. Don't want to damage the face. Yeah, perfect. Right. We're going to need hot glue in there, aren't we? Don't even know where my hot glue gun is. Okay. Looks like we'll have to make do for super glue. Okay, where's my previous attempt at this bad girl? There she is. Right, let's pop off these legs and these hands. So let's actually try. I'm gonna try. Alright. My work, we will have a play. Alright. Alright, not there. Lower leg then, at least. Right, there we go. These are a bit loose, so I might have to do something about that. But you know, it's a good start. I'm gonna have to come off there because we're expecting some company should be at any minute. I'm gonna try and come back on time, but honestly, the fact how late it is, I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to come back on tonight. But hopefully, I'll catch you guys in my next one. And yeah, we did some stuff today, which is quite interesting. I really hope this works. I'm a bit dubious about it. I might cake it in super glue now quickly, let it dry overnight, and see how we go tomorrow. Right, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you'd like this video, and stay tuned for the next part, which I'll try and get to you guys as soon as possible.